Hello, everyone. Hello, tastemakers, friends, family. Everyone, welcome to Tanya's Tasteful Table, where we live tastefully for less. This month is Croctober, and today I am making a breakfast casserole in the crock pot. And I will be using my 34-year-old OG crock pot. Okay, this is when crock pots were really hot. When I got married in the 1990s, people gifted me 4 of these crock pots. I gave one to my sister, gave one to my mom. I kept 2, and I don't know what happened to the other one, but I still have one left. Let me show you. I'm going to show you this before I even show you the ingredients. Okay, so this is the crock pot. It's the crock pot brand. You see that? Okay, I've used this maybe 4 times in 34 years. When we would have potlucks at work, I would take this baby. I think that's what happened to the other one. I had one I would take to work if we had potlucks, and then I make sure I had one that I was going to keep forever. Okay, so now the ingredients for this breakfast casserole, I got some Jimmy Dean sausage. They had it on sale. I got the regular. I had 4 eggs left, so I'm using these up. 5 eggs. A can of diced new potatoes. And a lot of people have commented, they're like, I didn't know you can get potatoes in the can. And I try to use try to use something from my preps every week. So this week is going to be some diced potatoes. This is how they come. I'll show you what I do. And then I diced up some onions and peppers from when, I get peppers and stuff. When I get an abundance of peppers and onions, I dice them up, put them in the freezer. So we're going to use that. I'm going to see if I need any butter. Top it off with some mozzarella cheese because that's what I have. And then, y'all know what I'm going to season it with. Got to find it, though. And then I'm going to season it with Creole seasoning. Okay, so what I do, now these aren't crock pots that will really brown your food. So I'm going to brown the sausage. I always cook my meats because I don't mind early in the day, like after I have breakfast or early in the day, I don't mind doing the prep work. I don't mind cooking. It's just after I've done chores and been around all day long, I don't want to have to cook late in the evening. I like it to be ready. So we're going to go on over to the stove and get to cooking. Okay, guys, the sausage is browned, and I don't have to cook it all the way through. It's browned enough. It's pretty lean. So I'm gonna keep this sausage fat, this pork fat. I'm gonna add in the peppers and onions. Just let that get warmed up. Since I already used another pot, I'm just going to go on and get everything kind of started here. Now, if you're doing crock pot cooking, you can definitely put everything in the crock pot and let it cook. For me, I like a little char on my meats. So almost all the meat that I do, I will brown it, get some color on it, seal in some juices. And this is one of my favorite recipes because when I was a teenager, I wasn't quite working yet, I don't think. And we always, in our house, we always had some potatoes. My mom always had like a bag of potatoes. We always had an onion or two. You know, this is like when, like, you know, things were low in the house. No one's gone to the grocery store yet. So we had a few potatoes, we had like a small onion, we had a little bit of sausage. So I made this casserole for myself. And so I just sliced up some potatoes, fried those, sliced up the onions, and then I put some sausage, and then I scrambled. We had a few eggs, and I made that little casserole. And that thing was off the chain. So this is one of my favorite creations. That's what cooking is. You create with what you have. I'm going to go on and add the cube potatoes. Incorporate everything. Now this would be a hash for some people. You can do the same thing with corned beef. And people, if you're using your emergency preps, this is what these canned diced tomatoes are good, potatoes are good for. Crumble up your corned beef and fry these potatoes with it. Corned beef hash all day. Feed a lot of people. So this is cooking with my preps. Okay, I'm going to add some Creole seasoning now, because the peppers didn't have any seasoning on them. The potatoes. Jimmy Dean has a good flavor in his sausage, but it's not like overly salty, which is good. I like that. Okay, fam, the filling is done, and I tasted one thing about this, the spices from the sausage are delicious, and it seasons the potatoes, and so I love it. Now you can do this ahead of time, like the day before. Go on and cook this up. Have your eggs broken and in an airtight container. So like in the morning, if you have guests over, you can just, put it in the crock pot before they get up. And I'm keeping all of the oil from the sausage in here because I don't want to open up I use canned milk. So I didn't want to open up a canned milk just to add a little bit to the eggs. Because I didn't want to do a whole can of milk. I don't need that much. You can can do this the morning of whatever your event. And okay, that's yummy. So just put it in there. So I didn't want to use my big oval, my new crock pot, because it would have been too much. I didn't need to cook that much. Okay, I'm scrambling the 5 eggs. I'm going to pour it in. It will seep down all the way through. I'm just kind of neaten it up. And we're going to put it on high and cook it. I always garnish my casseroles with some paprika. Just a little bit, because we're going to put some mozzarella cheese on there when it cooks at the end, like the last 20 minutes. I don't know. I'll just wait. Okay, let's put the lid on. Turn it up to high. And this bad boy, the slow cooker's already, she's already turning up. Make sure everything, yeah, love it. And guys, let me tell you something. Every time I made this casserole, I was peeling and chopping the potatoes and dicing them. So today, this was such a treat to just dump these potatoes in here, and they're good. They're good. Okay, family, so this is what a 34-year-old, a 1990 crock pot looks like. This bad boy is cooking as good as anything. And so it's been an hour, and our breakfast casserole is doing well. Show you, this is what it looks like right now. Smells amazing. And anything is done when I check the temperature, and so it's at they say go by hours, but if you don't want to take the temperature, this probably will take 2 hours in the crock pot. Now it's at 100, and it's pretty high, about 150. If everything gets up to 165 degrees, it's ready. And then you can just keep it in there, keep it warm until you're ready for it. But yes, so this one has a little ways to go. So most of the things I cook, it might take 2 hours. Like if I do a roast or something, it might take 2 hours in the crock pot, 2.5 hours. And then you just let it warm on high. Okay, so I'm going to sprinkle some cheese all on top. And I just use half of that bar of mozzarella cheese, because groceries are high and I don't need all that anyway. So I want to encourage you young moms, young wives, or anyone, like, these were gifts, our wedding gifts. Our family gave us the best wedding gifts. Even though, I mean, we had a registry, they still gave us great gifts, and I still use a lot of that stuff. I still have every gift that I was given, I still have. So in order to live tastefully for less, you don't have to go around just always just buying stuff, buying everything. I mean, you get something, you get it good, you get a good quality one, you can have it for most of your life. I still got a juicer down here. It's 30 years old. My KitchenAid mixer is still usable. You get some good stuff, and then you can invest in other things. So don't tear up your stuff. Keep it in good condition. You can put it back in the box. My husband says only you would still have a 34-year-old crock pot. Okay, so that's how I'm going to do it. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I've seen these at Goodwill. I would highly recommend it. If you see something you see a crock pot at the Goodwill, okay, so I'm just garnishing now. I like to garnish my casseroles. You got cheese on it. We got some scallions on it. I'm going to hit it with a little paprika. It'll be beautiful for your guests. You're having company over. You're not going to be scrambling eggs for each and every person. Hey, you set that crock pot and have some biscuits on the side, a fruit salad. That'll give everybody a good start. Those that don't want that can have cereal. You can even do this with grits. You can do a grit casserole. You can do, you know, apple crisp. Okay, family, the breakfast casserole is done. It's beautiful. It smells amazing in here. I want to thank you guys for supporting Vlogtober this year. I'm glad you stopped by. This is Crocktober and Vlogtober, and we're doing Stoptober. And so this is a beautiful breakfast casserole. It's easy. And I know I'm sharing this recipe with you, but to me, in this video, the crock pot itself is the star, because I've had it over 3 decades. It was a gift, a wedding gift when we got married. Our families all got together. We were new to, got a new home, and we were young. We were in our 20s, just starting out. So we had a good support system. And so this just brings back great memories of all the love and support we got in 1991 when we got married. And so we still have it. And I told hubby, I want to keep this the rest of my life, okay? So thank you for coming and watching on my Vlogtober series and Crocktober series. I appreciate your support. I appreciate all of your support. I've gotten a lot of new subscribers, since September, and I appreciate your support so much. And I want to thank you for stopping by. And if you like my vibe, if you're new, if you like my vibe, hit subscribe, because this is a lifestyle channel, home and garden lifestyle channel. So we just do what we do to make things happen. The objective of Vlogtober is to vlog, create content every day. I like to use this time to start preparing for the holidays and getting the house cleaned, organized, pantry stocked up, shopping for the holidays. Because as a caterer, September and October was the only time I could get my house in order, because as a caterer, I was busy November, December, and for the last quarter of the year, it was like nonstop. So I made sure my house was in order first, okay? So you just do a chore every day, and you'll be surprised at how much you get accomplished, all right? Thank you so much, guys. See you in my next video. Bye. Bye, Mom. I can't open this yet because I'm sharing it with someone. All right. Bye.